From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A pitch comes to Dobbins, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A good pickup there. yards.
21 yards. First down, Ravens.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a pickup of 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now it's Burrow. And it is caught. He's into space past the 25. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals 7.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
There he goes left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His first rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. From 13 yards out. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Burrow on third down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. They find some open field here. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is caught. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
11 mighty.
The Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now a 3rd down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, we did it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Play action. Now Jackson.
A little short one there, caught by Likely.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. Pounds away right there. And they push the lead up to 8.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Throwing is Jackson.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Burrow. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
77 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now it's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
He completes it to Beckham. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Second down, goal to go. Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Once you get out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Now Jackson.
Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. This is 1st and 10.
42.
Now Burrow. Complete to Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
He got like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here we go.
Here's 1st down.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was a...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
What a ball game this was.